今天的这个Pierre Poillivre的这个卡加利的见面会，简直是人山人海。我提前了半个多小时想进入这个会场，结果外边堵车堵的，这是在6点半，在个郊区的一个 venue 里边，应该是选择这个地点，应该是为了不堵车，但是事实上，这个皮埃尔他这个火热的行情，这么多人来，在不该堵车的地方，不该堵车的时间，大量的堵车。我虽然来到了会场，但是挤不进去，应该离得很远。所以可见这个卡加利这边，对他的支持有多大。其实我在来之前，我今天是关了生意来的。我在来之前，碰到了很多朋友，他们说今天晚上也要来，哇，这个他们估计来也没有办法能够见到面，来也没有办法能够说上一句话。大家都知道，我们加拿大保守党应该改变了，加拿大作为这个国家，作为这个政府也应该改变了。我们都对保守党寄予厚望，对这个Pierre Poillivre寄予厚望。四处都是人山人海，实在没有办法。
That was okay. How's everybody doing so far tonight? That was much better. A couple little housekeeping here right before we get started. The heat has been turned off. It was really cold when we got here a few hours ago, but thanks to the body heat, it's turned up a little bit. So we've turned the heat off. Now I'm sure all of you have seen the traffic coming in. So we're going to push things down a little bit because our star of the evening is getting in. He is rolling into Spruce Meadows as we speak, but we want to give him a couple minutes to get in and settled and let everybody get in as best as we can. So we are going to start very soon. I just want to let everybody know that we have water or something like that. Please grab that as soon as possible. And then we'll be starting here in 5 or 10 minutes at the very most. Thanks, everybody.
现在是加拿大最有可能当总理的一个领导人，人气最高的。像这样的一个人物，一般来说，如果是在中国的话，根本还那个保安要多严密啊，有多少人会想害他？但是在这里，任何人都可以进来跟他这个见面，任何人都可以进来就欢迎他。任何人都进来对他表示支持，哪怕你想进来表示反对，在这里举牌也不会有什么不良的后果。
Before we get started, started, I want to introduce some very special guests who we have with us tonight, who also made the trip out to Foothills riding in Calgary area. And I'm going to take a little time to introduce some of my friends. This is such a beautiful venue. We're so happy to be here with you today. Thank you so much for having us. It really means a lot to ourselves and Pierre and his team. We also have a couple of other very special guests. Poillivre, Pierre's brother, is here with us tonight.
And furthermore, I have a little bit of experience here at this site. I don't know if I should tell this to the Southern family, but when we were kids growing up in Shaughnessy, we used to ride our bikes on the gravel roads over here and sneak onto the property and tear around on the horse jumping site. I even think Nancy caught me a few times. She pulled up in her pickup truck and told us that we had to skedaddle. But those were good adventurous days. Back then, Shaughnessy was the end of the universe. Remember that? Didn't go any further. It was Shaughnessy, and then you were in Okotoks. There was nothing in between. And I had my very first political job working for a member of parliament in Forest Lawn. So I used to take the 52 from Shaughnessy to Anderson Station, which was then the Southern Low Station, go all the way downtown, switch trains, then go all the way to Forest Lawn, get on another bus, an hour and 45 minutes each way. My dad bought me a used pair of dress shoes and a used suit, and he tied a funny tie on me, and I worked every day in the summer, I think of 1996, and made $600 a month. Best job I ever had. And of course, my mother's here. My mother, Marlene Poillivre. On your kids than you inherited from your parents. And back then, someone asked the great Prime Minister Wilfrid Laurier, what is Canada's nationality? And of course that was a complicated question to ask a Canadian Prime Minister already, because if you were in Europe it would be easy. An answer based on ethnicity. Scotland, it's Scottish, France, French, etc. Here we already were mixed up. We had the First Peoples, we had the Scots, the Irish, the French, countless others were already here in this country, so you could not define our nationality on ethnicity. So instead, he said, Canada is free and freedom is its nationality. And so freedom to think, speak, work, build a family, live life, the freedom to give more to others voluntarily through charity. My mother does a lot of charity, actually. She helps with seniors' homes, who are people who are isolated. When I came to town recently, she said she wanted me to come visit the seniors, that I was going to be a big star if I did. So I went over and walked in the front door, and I said to a lady, "Do you know who I am?" She said, "No, but if you ask the nurse, she'll tell you who you are." Good to be grounded, isn't it? Jazzraz stays grounded by doing a lot of door knocking. He's a relentless door knocker. The problem is his team cannot get him to stop. So the night comes, and the people are starting to go to bed. And Jazz keeps knocking on doors. His team says, "Jazz, eventually you're going to start waking people up and lose votes." He says, "No, I've got to keep going." 9 o'clock, 9:30. Finally, they get to this big dark house. Lights are off. And his team says, "Jazz, don't do it. It's over. Go to bed." He says, "One more door. If I lose this election by 1 vote, I'll never be able to live with myself." So he goes up to the door, knocks, baby's crying. Lady opens the door. Says, "You, sir, are in big trouble. You just woke up my triplet 1-year-olds. Not only that, my husband is a 300-pound boxer, and he's going to come down and have a word with you." Jazz says, "That won't be necessary. I'm just going to move along. Just tell him that his local Liberal candidate dropped by today." He's quick, eh? Very quick. You know the great thing about door knocking? It's actually quite a revolutionary idea. Throughout the ages, the citizens had to go before the government and beg for goodwill. But the great thing about door knocking is it flips that org chart upside down. It forces us to be the servants. The people are the masters. It's kind of a revolutionary concept, isn't it? You know, the citizen is the master. The politician is the servant. We have to show up for a job interview, right? How do you even bring home a date? It's a logistical question. A lady shouted out from the audience, very carefully. But seriously, think what it does to the personal independence of a young couple. You can't build up credit history, collateral, or home equity for future retirement if you're stuck living at home. There's a couple living in a trailer park 5 minutes from my Ottawa home. And they make $100 grand working at a quarry. Now, they have calculated that not only can they not leave the trailer park today, but at the current trajectory, they will never be able to afford a home. The aggregate that they pull out of that quarry is used to make the foundations of houses. When the people who build our homes can no longer afford to live in them, our economic system is fundamentally unjust. So why has it happened? What has caused this out of control inflation that has attacked the paychecks of our working class? Just inflation, right? Just inflation. And what's behind that? Well, Trudeau government has created $400 billion of brand new cash out of thin air in the last 2 years. 1 in every $5 of the economy today was created since 2020. More dollars chasing fewer goods always equals higher prices. If you have an economy with 10 loaves of bread and $10, it's a buck a loaf. You double the number of dollars to $20, all of a sudden it's $2 for eating a loaf of bread, right? Very simple. More dollars chasing fewer goods.